This morning, new developments in the investigation into the 2020 election. How the Wisconsin Attorney General is now stepping in.
Some of you are waking up to fog this morning that's limiting visibility. We're going to take a look at who's seeing that fog and when it may clear out.
Good morning. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Lee Linscheid will be back tomorrow. Right now, Wisconsin's Attorney General is calling for a Republican-ordered investigation into the 2020 presidential election to stop.
AG Josh Cole says the review, led by former state Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman, is biased, overly broad, unprofessional, and unnecessary. His department sent a letter to Gableman in response to a subpoena to the Wisconsin Elections Commission, saying that we have significant concerns about the highly unusual manner in which the investigation is unfolding. Call is asking Assembly Speaker Voss, who hired Gableman to head this $676,000 investigation funded by taxpayers, to shut it down.
So here's the bottom line. This fake investigation is an abuse of the legislature's authority. Wisconsin taxpayers shouldn't be on the hook for this beginner's guide to election administrations and investigations. And what we are seeing is corrosive to our democracy.
Speaker Voss has responded. It's up on your screen right now. Voss says in a statement, in order to restore confidence in our election system, Justice Gableman will continue his investigation, and that the subpoenas have been issued correctly, backed up by the nonpartisan Legislative Council. You can find the full story right now on channel3000.com or on our News 3 Now mobile app. Download it today wherever you get your apps.
Looking ahead, Facebook whistleblower Frances Hogan is set to meet with the social media company's oversight board in the coming weeks. Hogan set off a firestorm recently after leaking tens of thousands of pages of documents to lawmakers and the Wall Street Journal. Her message is that Facebook repeatedly prioritized profits over the public good. She detailed a range of concerns in a Senate hearing last week. Among those concerns, Facebook knows it is serving young users harmful content that glorifies eating disorders. Facebook pushed back against the accusation and says it devotes ample resources to combating harmful content. 6:02 this morning, she worked for 3 U.S. presidents and is one of the longest-serving chancellors in recent UW history. But soon, Rebecca Blank is moving on.
Yeah, Blank is taking the top job at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. She'll be the school's first female president. Blank became chancellor at UW in 2013. For more than 8 years, leading UW is the longest tenure since 1986. Blank explained her decision to leave at the end of the school year.
9 years is a good run. And at some point, it's time for other people to take over in terms of leadership. I feel like I've done a lot on this campus. Someone else with new ideas can come in.
Blank has a history at Northwestern. She was part of the faculty from 1989 to 1999. Interim UW System President Tommy Thompson said in a statement that Chancellor Blank's strong leadership has helped add to the university's strong legacy.
Just about 6:03 on a Tuesday morning. Chris Reese is here with your certified most accurate forecast. Tracking some fog this morning, Chris.
Visibility is getting better for a lot of spots, though, but we have been tracking that fog. Right now, our lowest visibility is right around the Dells. It's where you're looking at about 1.5 miles visibility. In Madison, your visibility was below 1 mile at a time, but now that's back up towards 4 miles. So this is good news. When we could not see the Capitol earlier, we can see the Capitol now. Still a couple of rain showers throughout parts of Wisconsin as well. Most of that rain now moving over Lake Michigan and into Michigan, but the Northwoods, you've got a couple of showers moving back towards the south there. Also a couple of showers near Lake Winnebago, but right here, Madison, Janesville, Lone Rock, the Dells, Baraboo, Portage, Westfield, we are all dry as we are going throughout this morning. We're damp, but I say we're dry in terms of things falling out of the sky. A lot of that fog and that moisture on the ground has at least kept things a little bit dewy. Fond du Lac at 66 degrees, 60 for our friends in Wautoma. Mineral Point, you're waking up at 59 this morning, 58 in Monroe. Meanwhile, Janesville's at 63. We sit right at 59 here in Madison. Here's another sign that that fog's getting ready to lift because our station tower camera was super foggy about an hour ago, but now we're able to see the quick trip at the corner corner of Raymond Road at McKenna there. So we're seeing the lights on the ground. Temperatures will continue to warm up into the 60s as we go throughout the day. In fact, this is 4 o'clock this afternoon. We keep the cloud cover around. Temperatures are going to warm up to about 67, though, for your afternoon high. Overnight tonight, some of those clouds try to break up. Your lows fall down into the 50s. Then here comes the rain. Tomorrow, we're going to do it again. Our next storm system moves our way. Timing is everything. If this arrives around lunchtime, it will start to limit your severe weather potential just a bit. But if it's later into the afternoon, your severe weather potential begins to creep up. And we are going to track some additional storms that happen behind that initial batch of rain. So we really got to watch how things begin to play out. But it's another rainy day that I'm expecting to begin right around lunchtime tomorrow. So now is the time to determine that game plan for what's coming in tomorrow. If you have outdoor lunch plans or something like that, you might want to put those on hold for our next chance of rain that's going to be coming through. Thursday should be fantastic. Your chance of rain on Thursday is overnight. Then by Friday, we're going to track our next chance of rain, and then temperatures cooling off throughout parts of early next week.
Saturday, feeling more fall-like for the Badger game?
Saturday is feeling more fall-like. I'm excited for that. Might go to the Badger game on Saturday. This could be a good time.
I'd rather it be cool and sunny than, you know, hot and sunny. Or
no, I was going to say hot and sunny is the worst. I was curious if you were going to say, like, cool and snowing or something.
Yeah.
I was really curious where you were going with that. Yeah,
No,
hot and sunny.
For me, that's ideal football weather.
This will be
Reese
great.
would love to have snowflakes.
I've never seen snow at a football game. Like, I've never been at a football game where it was snowing, and people always talk about, oh, it's football weather. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's always hot at football games.
It's fun to think about it
That's
after
just
the
Texas
fact. In the
life.
middle of it, it's not quite all that comfortable.
Well, see, I believe that.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Well, new this morning, a bit of some breaking news here. Madison police are looking for a man involved in a robbery. Police responded to a carjacking just before 2 o'clock overnight. The victim was just getting home on Frosted Leaf Drive when a car pulled up and held her at gunpoint, stealing the victim's car. The stolen vehicle was last spotted driving near Janesville. If you know anything about the incident, contact Madison Police at the number on your screen.
6:06 right now. There's not enough evidence to prove Officer Rustin Chesky willfully used excessive force on Jacob Blake. That's according to federal prosecutors from the Civil Rights Division and the U.S. Attorney's Office reviewing the case. Here's how Blake's father reacted to that decision.
This is a heavyweight fight. Somebody's going down that's not going to be us. They got the right family. We were fed up, but we want to make one thing very clear to the president and Vice President Sister Harris. This was like a shot going across the bow to African Americans that on your watch, the DOJ said that it was okay to shoot an unarmed man 7 times.
That shooting happened on August 23rd of last year. Viral cell phone video shows Jacob Blake Jr. trying to leave the scene when Officer Chesky grabbed Blake's shirt as he was opening the driver's side door, shooting him 7 times. Kenosha County District Attorney Michael Gravely declined to charge Chesky in January, who returned back to work in the spring.
New this morning, an increasingly tense relationship between China and Taiwan is putting the U.S. in a tough position and is quickly becoming a major test for President Joe Biden. Monday, the People's Liberation Army released this video. It shows combat capability exercises on Fujian province, directly across from Taiwan. In recent weeks, we have seen some heightened tensions as Beijing calls for a peaceful reunification with Taiwan, but sending dozens of military aircraft into its air defense identification zone. Taiwan's president says that the island won't bow to pressure and will defend its democratic way of life.
6:08 right now on your Tuesday morning. Just ahead, the latest on a new pill that could save the lives of those who catch COVID-19.
And Tiger Woods spotted on the golf course after a car crash that took him off the PGA Tour. What some new video shows him doing with his son and his girlfriend.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
and help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
When you run with Sloan's on a John Deere 1025R, you can feel the power. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
Power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
The Culligan Connect app from Culligan Water works with our smart, high-efficiency water softener to monitor water usage, potential leaks, and salt, so you never run out. Get more control of your home's water. Contact Culligan Water, the local water experts.
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hard-working families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
When you open a jar of Better Than Bouillon, you open up dinner time to great flavor. Chicken, beef, roasted garlic, sauteed onion. With Better Than Bouillon, the possibilities are endless. Make your everything better with Better Than Bouillon. Don't just make it better.
For 87 years, Steinhafels has been helping families create the home of their dreams. And during Steinhafels' 87th anniversary sale, we're celebrating with store-wide savings of 35%, plus an extra $87 off your purchase of $17.99 or more. Steinhafels has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses ready for your home. Celebrate 87 years with us and save big during Steinhafels' anniversary sale. Only at Steinhafels and steinhafels.com.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right. Visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
You got her?
I got her.
I'm getting us McDonald's.
Enjoy a sausage McMuffin with egg or a sausage burrito and pair it with a $1 any size Coke.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When you run with Sloan's on a John Deere 1025R, you can feel the power. Get your John Deere 1025R for just $171 per month. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Visit Sloan Implement today, celebrating 90 years and going strong.
It's our biggest sale of the year.
And you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale.
And help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
We're back right now with the latest COVID numbers from the Department of Health Services this morning. The 7-day average of new daily cases right around the 2,500 mark. DHS says more than 8,100 Wisconsinites have now died from COVID-19. The Texas governor is taking aim at vaccine mandates with a new order prohibiting them for workers across the state. This comes as Merck is seeking emergency use authorization for a new pill that could save the lives of those who catch COVID-19. Here's CBS's Laura Podesta.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott's new executive order forbids any entity, including private businesses, from enforcing vaccine mandates in the nation's second most populated state. The Republican governor's order covers, quote, any individual, including an employee or a consumer, who objects to such vaccination for any reason of personal conscience, based on a religious belief, or for medical reasons, including prior recovery from COVID-19. The move takes aim at the Biden administration's requirement for companies with 100 or more employees to get those workers vaccinated or tested weekly.
This is something that's going to have to be decided in the courts, and in the end, the federal government normally wins these battles.
As more Americans are urged to get shots, drug maker Merck may be a step closer to distributing its COVID-19 treatment that comes in a pill. Merck is asking the Food and Drug Administration for an emergency use authorization for molnupiravir. It's targeted at unvaccinated people who have already developed COVID-19 symptoms.
Just imagining as a primary care physician the power of an oral outpatient medication such as molnupiravir, it would be a remarkable game changer.
Merck says early trials show the pill cut hospitalizations and deaths by about half. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
The new pill could be especially useful in poorer countries with low vaccination rates. Since it can be taken at home, it could also free up valuable space inside hospitals. Doctors say the vaccine is still the best way to protect yourself from suffering severe COVID symptoms.
Anyone looking to take a trip to the Big Apple? Well, the Dane County Regional Airport now has a daily nonstop flight back for you. Yesterday, the airport celebrated its first direct flight to LaGuardia International since the start of the pandemic. Dane County Regional had 24 nonstop routes before the pandemic. It went down to 11 flights at one point. Now they are back up to 17 nonstops with more in the works, including Boston, LA, and San Francisco. Meantime, the anger and frustration of Southwest Airlines passengers continues. More delays and cancellations are expected today. More than 360 flights were canceled yesterday after about 2,000 were called off over the weekend. A Southwest representative says, though a very aggressive hiring plan is in place, they aren't close to where they want to be staffing-wise. Southwest says it is making progress getting flights back to normal, but expects cancellations to continue at least throughout the day.
Gas prices are way up since the start of the pandemic. Gas Buddy says the average price around Madison right now, $3.09 a gallon. Nationally, the average cost for a gallon of gas is at a 7-year high, $3.27. That's up 7 cents in the past week alone and nearly double what it was in May of last year. We'll take a look at this. New images of a tornado touching down in western Illinois yesterday afternoon. The National Weather Service says the confirmed tornado was spotted in Greene County, Illinois, about 70 miles north of St. Louis. Local reports say several structures were leveled, including a machine shed and a silo. Boy, we've been staying super active even for mid-October, Chris Reese, and more storm chances on the way.
More storm chances are on the way, Josh, and what I'm really paying attention to is tomorrow. We could see another chance for some isolated severe storms. We're talking a severe thunderstorm warning or two. This is not going to be a widespread severe risk. We have that marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, to see severe storms as we go through tomorrow. Today we're going to be all clear. Tomorrow or Thursday all clear, but it's Wednesday that we are watching. So let's break down what we're looking at. Hail is not one of those things we're looking for. None is expected at this time, but we do have that chance to see an isolated spin-up tornado throughout parts of Wisconsin, and we are looking for winds upwards of about 60 miles per hour throughout parts of Wisconsin. Again, isolated, a warning or two. Most of us won't see severe storms as we move through tomorrow, but that chance is there. Part of why it's such a weak threat, though, is because as this cold front starts to work its way through, it's going to be weakening. Your main area low pressure is further towards the north and moving over us. Most of your moisture is kept towards the south, and a lot of it falls apart in the process before making way for perhaps another rain system to move through as we move towards Friday. We're also not super concerned about flooding as this comes on through. We're talking rainfall amounts upwards of about 1/4 inch or so, maybe upwards of 1/2 inch if the rain comes down hard enough in one spot. But without truly heavy rain, you don't have to worry about flooding as we move throughout tomorrow. So again, this is a marginal low-end severe risk, but we're going to track that as we go through about the next 24 hours or so. We're also tracking traffic for you this morning, and so far we are not seeing any issues. This has been a trend that goes on for quite some time, and so as long as we can keep it that way, we're happy. So drive safely, give yourself time to get to work without any major speeding or anything like that.
Sounds good. Thank you, Chris. Well, Tiger Woods just spotted back on the green this weekend, 8 months after his car accident. People magazine reports that the 45-year-old was at a Florida golf course with his girlfriend and his 12-year-old son, Charlie, who was competing in a junior golf tournament. Woods injured his right leg after a car accident in Southern California. Doctors had to surgically repair bones in his ankle and foot.
Besides Brad Davison, Johnny Davis, and Tyler Wall, there are a lot of new faces. Greg Gard is trying to get ready for the upcoming men's basketball season. The group is going to look a lot different and play a little different than what we've been used to seeing, but it's still going to have that Wisconsin feel to their game. After 8 practices, head coach Greg Gard is happy with the progress he's seen from his young team.
You look at what has been good to us and what we need to compete at a high level and compete at the upper echelon of this league. This group has the potential to do some things.
The Badgers will play in their famous red versus white scrimmage on Sunday at the Kohl Center, and then they're going to take on UW-Whitewater on the 27th in an exhibition. The season opener 4 weeks from today on November 9th when the Badgers will host St. Francis of Brooklyn.
Netflix is defending Dave Chappelle this morning in his new comedy special after they were criticized as transphobic by some LGBTQ+ advocates. Chappelle's special, titled The Closer, debuted on Netflix last week. It includes several minutes of jokes about trans people. He criticizes cancel culture, and references his relationship with Daphne Dorman, a trans woman and friend of Chappelle's, who's died by suicide in 2019. In an email to employees, the Netflix CEO said, quote, "We don't allow titles on Netflix that are designed to incite hate or violence, and we don't believe The Closer crosses that line." Chappelle says the special will be the last time he will comment on trans people or issues. Actor and New York Times bestselling author Nick Offerman. He's best known for playing that woodworking, bacon-loving character, Ron Swanson, on Parks and Recreation.
Yeah, his love for the outdoors was no act. Offerman was now written about it in a new book, Where the Deer and the Antelope Play, the pastoral observations of one ignorant American who loves to walk outside.
CBS's Anthony Mason caught up with Offerman to talk all about it.
In my family, there's a famous Super 8 movie, and everybody's shyly dodging from being on camera, and I'm shoving my grandmother out of the way and doing this bald-faced, embarrassing dance of, you're rolling a camera, get a load of this.
I have a feeling this is going to be a really good interview this morning.
He's funny.
You can catch the rest of it on CBS Mornings right after News 3 Now this morning at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, he does play that wood-loving Ron Swanson, and he actually has a wood shop that he runs called Offerman Wood Shop, which I follow on Instagram.
Interesting.
All sorts of wooden furniture. So yeah, life imitating art.
Jack of all trades, and so funny. I love it.
Yeah, I'll be sure to watch this morning. Coming up in our next half hour, why parents are asking for an investigation at St. Maria Goretti School in Parrish.
But first, how a young Wisconsinite is making his state proud with his hair. Stay with us.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
It's A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off store-wide. Get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Eliminate stress at iMart Express. New customers, you'll love your new view with 40% off your first purchase and a 365-day guarantee. Quality glasses made in-store and free frame. And lens protection for a year. At iMart Express, seeing better is living better.
Menards has everything you need to give your bathroom an updated look. Check out our great selection of Dakota vanities. They feature generous interior storage in a variety of styles and finishes. Save with 11% off on all Dakota vanities. Complete the look with a matching Tuscany shower head, faucet, and bath accessories like this Mariana bath faucet in a polished chrome finish. All Tuscany bath products are 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Associated Physicians celebrates 75 years of caring, helping, and listening. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care.
Come join the amazing team of compassionate caregivers at the one and only Attic Angel Community. Attic Angel Community of Madison is looking for skilled RNs and CNAs and offers shift differentials and on-demand pay, tuition reimbursement, wellness center, and much more. CNAs starting at $17 an hour. We also offer rewarding careers in housekeeping and food service. Apply online today at atticangel.org. Come join the one and only Attic Angel Community.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team for your most accurate forecast.
Don't miss A1 Furniture's 42nd anniversary sale. Save up to 42% off name brand mattresses and get 42 months free financing plus tax included on purchases over $9.99. Huge selection in stock now at A1 Furniture.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
At 6:24 on a Tuesday morning, Julie's sharing a nice shot there. It is National Farmers Day.
It is very fitting.
It is very fitting. Look at all the crops. I know farmers are working very hard to get all those crops out. The last couple of days, though, had to take a little break with all the rain.
Yeah, it's been pretty soggy. So today and every day, you gotta make sure you're appreciating and showing your farmers some love. We thank Julia for sending in this picture. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when sharing your morning with us on social media.
Well, trending right now, a Wisconsin kid is representing his state proud for his awesome mullet.
The video is pretty great. Check it out. So this is J.D. Sterix. Out of around 500 kids across the country, he has made it into the third and final round of the USA Kids Mullet Championships. The poll to vote ended overnight at 12. We haven't seen the results yet in the men's division, though. Another Wisconsinite made it up there. He took second place. Man, look at these dudes.
Look at that flow.
That's an epic flow. This is giving me Billy Ray Cyrus vibes from back in the day.
For sure. Do you want your mullet back?
Even those glasses.
I mean, I never had a mullet like that.
I could see you with one.
Could you?
I could.
Oh. See, yeah, that's why I said it.
I don't know. My hair gets long and stringy, and I don't have the body and the fullness that some of those kids have. Maybe I'd have to reach out to them and get their secrets.
Yeah, I can't do it either. It just, once this gets too long, it just kind of goes every which direction. So
that's what makes it fun.
Is it though?
Fun to look at, maybe not fun to maintain.
Especially when we do this job every day, like trying to.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine the emails we would get?
Oh my goodness, I can't.
We get enough of them anyway. All right, Chris Reese, hey, when you head out the door this morning, what should we expect?
Yeah, a lot of cloud cover. We're going to be a little damp in the morning, perhaps some lingering showers northeast of here, but for the most part, we're dry, we're cloudy. Temperatures top out in the 60s today, but get used to that cloud cover pretty much all day long.
All right, Chris. Stick around, folks. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Pick and Save, we know that the slower a banana ripens, the longer it stays fresh. So we keep things fresher than fresh by ripening them slowly.
Bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. It's bananas.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Hi, I'm Rebecca from 90 Day Fiancé.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at US Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
How do we make sure Pick and Save food is fresh? We put sensors on our coolers, and if something changes, we drop whatever we're doing to take care of it. That way, we can make sure Pick and Save food isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh.
Right now, local parents want to know what's making their teachers quit and how their Catholic school can increase enrollment again.
We're still tracking some fog out there, but visibility is getting better. We're also going to take a look at the rest of the day in the first sworn forecast.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breiter. Leah has the morning off.
This morning, parents are demanding an investigation into St. Maria Goretti School and Parish. It's in response to several accusations and 7 staff members who've quit in the last month.
Earlier this year, the school's principal changed, and parents are now taking their students out of the school because of the leadership and turnover. Parents tell us nearly 100 students have also left this year. An open letter circulated last week after the entire lunch staff quit without notice. 150 current school parents, along with hundreds more parishioners, former staff, and others called for an independent investigation into a toxic work environment, the newly hired principal, and the school's hiring practices. Parents say one symptom of the issue is how Principal Bob Schell first handled COVID protocols.
And the principal came in and tore up our protocol and threw it away and said, you know, everybody should just come in with no masks, or parents choose what they want to do.
It's just been an egotistical leadership style.
Last week, Madison Bishop Donald Hine issued a response to the letter. He rejected calls for an investigation, saying allegations about Principal Bob Schell are gossip and lies.
In another statement, a spokesperson for the bishop says they've also received significant letters of strong and consistent support from school families about the school's direction. In a separate statement, the parish said that they have full confidence in the principal, that staff turnover is part of running a school amid a nationwide educator shortage, and that they met with school faculty last week to listen to their concerns.
6:31 right now. New this morning, DeForest police looking for the driver that sent a pedestrian to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities say around 7 o'clock last night, a car hit a person and drove off. It happened near Yahara Park in the village of DeForest. According to police, they believe the car they are looking for had damage to its front. If you have any information, you're asked to call DeForest Police.
Dane County authorities have yet to identify the driver in the October 2nd car crash that killed 3 teenagers. Charges have also not been announced. So far, all we know about this suspect is that he's a 30-year-old man from Madison who was hospitalized after the crash with 9 life-threatening injuries. The crash killed Jack Miller, Simon Balesi, and Evan Cradwell. Last week, the department says charges against the driver who rear-ended their car are pending and said that they are expected to release more information this week.
Wausau is expected to welcome at least 85 refugees in the next year, and some of them are expected to be Afghans currently at Fort McCoy. Experts say there's a lot to consider when helping refugees settle.
Because when refugees come, they aren't going to have cars and driver's licenses and all of that. They need to be close to the services, to jobs, to schools, and to the bus system.
Rebecca Voss's family purchased a home in Wausau with the intention of renting it to refugees. One of the local groups helping those settle is the Ethiopian Community Development Council. They say convincing landlords to take refugees can be hard because of their lack of credit scores and housing references. Landlords are hesitant, which is why Rebecca and her family wanted to help out.
Chris Reese here now with Madison's certified most accurate forecast. How are things looking out there this morning, Chris?
The fog is improving. That's the good news for us. Watertown, you have 2.5 miles of visibility, but it's gone up from 0.5 mile to 3 miles. And the Dells now at 4 miles. In Madison, you can see our entire skyline now. No longer is it hazy and cloudy looking now that we're starting to see some of that fog move by the wayside. So that's some good news. Also moving by the wayside, it's a lot of that rainfall that came yesterday, but that area low pressure, that system system is still just close enough over Lake Michigan right now that we're going to keep the cloud cover around on the backside of that. So look for things staying dry for us as we go throughout today. But again, most of that rain so far this morning, it's going to be up around Fond du Lac and the southern side of Lake Winnebago. Some showers around Manitowoc. But when it comes to our immediate area, most of that shower activity is out of here. Juneau's at 62, 56 for the Dells. Boscobel, you're at 59 this morning, 63 for Janesville. Our friends in Viroqua at 54, and we sit right at 59 here in Madison as well. Still a little bit of fog still on the west side, so it's not completely clear, but you're still able to see the lights on the horizon there from our tower camera. So that's how we know that things are improving. Temperatures are going to warm up into the upper 60s as we go throughout today, but that's about as good as things are going to get because we keep the cloud cover and the northwesterly wind flow around as well. 50s overnight tonight. The clouds increase again tomorrow. Then I'm watching lunchtime. That's when our next round of showers and thunderstorms comes on through here. Look at the clock. That's 12:30. So if you have outdoor plans for lunch tomorrow, maybe consider changing up that time frame because we're going to see the multiple rounds of the showers and thunderstorms as we go through time before things begin to clear on out. So it's always important to be weather ready. Have your game plan prepared for tomorrow. Anything you've maybe got going on, just think about what you may need to do should rain begin to impact those plans. 66 on Thursday, 58 on Saturday. Our coolest day in the forecast right now is next Wednesday, a little bit more than a week away, so of course there's room for changes, but we have a high of 57, perhaps a low of 38. The first potential for a patchy frost of the season may not be all that far off, but no freezes just yet.
And we usually see our first frost
October 11th. Yeah. Yesterday is typically the day, and that's not necessarily just the first frost, but it's the first freeze. Our typical first 32-degree overnight low is October 11th. And well, yeah, that's just not here.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Hey, folks, you can stay on top of the weather. You can track the rain that's on the way and that cool down, all by downloading our First Warn Weather app. You can find it wherever you get yours. Back to our headlines now here at 6:35. The man charged in a Sun Prairie homicide earlier this year could face up to 18 years in prison under a plea deal. According to online court records, 34-year-old Anthony Young pleaded guilty to a charge of second-degree reckless homicide in the case. As part of the plea deal, the state dropped 3 other charges. Police arrested Young, and he was charged earlier this year for his involvement in a shooting that killed 29-year-old Shanton Robinson. In February, Robinson was dropped off at a Madison clinic with a gunshot wound where he died.
A 10-foot white pine peace tree now stands in Appleton this morning, dedicated to the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls in Wisconsin and around the country.
As a state, we bear responsibility for acknowledging the trauma and pain inflicted on tribal communities then and today, and we have a moral responsibility to not only investigate the truth, but pursue a more just and equitable relationship with Native nations.
The white pine is considered a symbol of great peace. Appleton's peace tree is one of many that will be planted in nearby cities, including Milwaukee and Kenosha. Governor Evers dedicated the tree on the state's 3rd year of honoring Indigenous Peoples Day.
As we move deeper into the fall season, health experts are expected to see an uptick in flu cases, especially when compared to the low numbers we saw last year.
In this week's Time for Kids, Chris Reese is here to share why SSM Health is stressing the need for that flu shot. Chris, good morning again.
Good morning. Last year, Wisconsin saw a historically low flu season. It was driven by a combination of things like staying at home, masking, and virtual schooling. This year, as schools return to in-person learning and more folks gather, SSM Health physician David Ottenbaker is telling families to prioritize the flu shot, especially while awaiting the approval of a COVID vaccine for those under 12.
This year especially, where we had a pretty mild flu season last year, we're predicting a pretty vigorous flu season this year. And so it is important for us not to get out of that sequence of especially as the children have gotten back into school, we certainly expect a more vigorous flu season. We're already seeing a lot of respiratory syncytial virus in the community. And so it's very important that the children as well as adults get their flu vaccines. And also remember that many of the symptoms of COVID and flu are very similar. And so it will help us if we can have a milder flu season this year to really, delineate the illnesses and really focus still on COVID as we go forward.
Ottenbaker understands that some kids and adults have high anxiety when it comes to getting shots, and says there are a few other avenues you can use. First, ask your provider if the flu mist is available this year. If not, and the shot is required, he says that having a conversation to demystify the process can prove helpful. Guys, our Time for Kids Recipe for Health team is always asking what you want to hear about, so let us know what health topics you're interested in or share your family's health story with us. You can do that online at ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
Took a few shots for you to get acclimated.
Yes.
I guess, Josh.
I mean, 28 years old and I still cry like a baby sometimes, but it's always worth it in the long run. It's just kind of that little bit of poke that you got to get through.
Yeah. You handled it pretty well this year.
This year was fine. I didn't have any problem, though. I think she distracted me really well, too. I always tell the physician or doctor who's ever given me the shot to, you know, just like talk me through it and just kind of almost don't tell me when you're going to do it. So that way I just, you know, it's a little bit of a surprise, too.
Like you said, worth it in the long run.
It is.
Chris Reese, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
6:39 right now. Today is a celebration of one of America's oldest industries. It is National Farmers Day. October 12th is a perfect time to honor the hardworking farmers across Wisconsin and across the country who certainly deserve a rest as that harvest season will be coming to a close here in the coming weeks. Consider helping local farmers today by buying some fresh local produce, or you can also visit a farm for some fun fall activities. I went out to Trennan's farm up in northern Dane County on Friday, did the corn maze with some friends, and it's always a good time, although it is a little muddy out there now with all the rain we've seen recently.
Wear your boots. Every day should be Farmers Day, right?
It really should be.
Gotta keep supporting our local farmers. 6:40 now. Outside this morning, a look back on our patio. Nice little fall scene here. We're gonna start feeling more fall-like. Chris Reese will let you know when that cooler air is settling in.
And why you might be suffering from those fall allergies more than usual this year.
It's our biggest sale of the year, and you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale and help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart. Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
As traveling continues throughout the year, Meineke Car Care Center is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. To give you peace of mind, receive a free brake inspection with any appointment. Meineke Car Care Center is here to help keep you safe on the road.
The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. First, take your rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop using the information and rating system on each bed. It's mattress shopping reinvented, plus mattress specials for every budget. And save big on our reclining sofas and chairs. On sale now, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Looking to update your flooring? Surgenians has you covered. Our experienced salespeople will guide you through the area's largest flooring selection so you can make the best decision. And Surgenians' reliable craftsmen ensure your flooring's installed right. Local, sustainable Surgenians.
Stressed? Work it out and get back to feeling great at Planet Fitness. Now through October 13th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and cancel anytime. With tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Get free workouts on our app and use the crowd meter for the best time to visit. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 13th.
5 Madison area locations. Stop in today.
It's our biggest sale of the year, and you can save big
on quality home furnishings throughout the showroom.
Join us for our anniversary sale and help us celebrate.
Over 25 years at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
The Gabby Petito case has held our nation's attention for weeks. But what about those who've gone missing right here in Wisconsin? Eric Franke digs into the News 3 Now archives to shine new light on one high-profile disappearance. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. Every day, News 3 Now investigates, taking action to discover and report the facts to make sure your voice is heard. That's why News 3 Now investigates.
Hey, Chris. This is Rachel and Carrie from Platteville. Chris, plan our day.
Well, good morning, Rachel and Carrie. A little bit of a cloudier start as you work your way towards southwest Wisconsin, but we're going to see a lot of that cloud cover pretty much all day long. Lots of fog around Madison, too, but as you work your way further south and west, you're not seeing as much of the fog. You are seeing the gray, though. Look for cloud cover all day. Temperatures top out into the upper 60s as we move towards the afternoon. Radar in Platteville is dry for now. We're going to keep things dry as we go throughout today, but our rain chances increase as we move towards tomorrow. That's when we're going to see those rain chances rise once again. Widespread rain is expected Wednesday and into Wednesday night. We're watching more rain chances Thursday night and into your Friday. Folks, send in your videos. State your name, where you're from. Say, hey, Chris, plan my day. I'll do that right here on News 3 Now this morning.
We got to get more groups. More schools, youth groups.
We are certainly, we need the schools, we need the youth groups. I know, so I've been told, one of my close friends is an ER nurse at the SSM Health location in Baraboo. He said that they're big Channel 3 watchers. They watch all day long, and I've been trying to get them for the folks at St. Clair's and Baraboo.
It's time to prove it.
To send in the Plan My Day. I've been waiting on this. So I'm calling you out. If you're watching this, send it in.
There you go. All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:45 now, a federal class action lawsuit has been filed against the Waukesha School Board and Superintendent. It's being funded by the Minocqua Brewing Super PAC.
We don't plan on going to court for this. We want a judge to say, this is so dangerous, we're going to do like a restraining order or an injunction to just force all these school boards to, to do what they're supposed to do, put masks on kids who are too young to get vaccinated.
The parent in the lawsuit alleges the Waukesha School District's refusal to implement even the most reasonable COVID-19 mitigation strategies led to her child getting COVID and potentially spreading it to their community. The goal of the lawsuit is to have it affect every school district in the state that does not currently have a mask mandate. District leaders are not commenting on the lawsuit.
This morning, federal investigators are looking into a small plane crash near San Diego that left at least 2 people dead and 2 others injured. A twin-engine Cessna slammed into a neighborhood in Santee, California, setting at least 2 homes on fire on Monday. The crash left debris scattered for about a block, impacting about 10 other homes and several cars. One of those killed was the driver of a UPS truck hit by debris.
This is not a type of call that we see every day. And again, the scene is pretty graphic. It's pretty horrific for our personnel as well.
It's not yet known how many people were on the plane flying to San Diego from Yuma, Arizona. The FAA and the NTSB are investigating.
Fall allergies are worse than normal this year in the state. Doctors say they are seeing more patients this month. Experts say the abnormal humidity and heat are a big part of this. According to allergy specialists, the weather has prompted mold growth.
Now we're peaking because we also have the dead leaves and the dead materials that are going to be recycled by the mold.
To help manage your symptoms, you could use over-the-counter antihistamines. See a doctor, though, or consider getting a COVID test if you have more severe symptoms.
John Kent, the son of Clark Kent, is coming out as bisexual. DC Comics distributed a picture of the character kissing another man for National Coming Out Day. The romance will be featured in the 5th book of the newest Superman series. The writer of the new comic says it is not a gimmick.
There's a reason this is coming in issue 5, not issue 1. We didn't want this to be DC Comics creates new queer Superman. We want this to be Superman finds himself, becomes Superman, and then comes out.
The new comic is set to be released November 9th. That was some fun news to see yesterday. I know a lot of folks in the LGBTQ community love to see that. Just good to see the representation out there for younger generations.
Yeah, I can imagine. And the more this is out there, the more normalized it becomes. I mean, it's just, you see it more and more in popular culture now. It's becoming a part of the popular culture fabric.
I loved even what he had to say right there, too. It wasn't like they came out in the beginning and said, this is what it's going to be. No, you're finding yourself, because that's kind of with age. That's how a lot of folks, especially in the LGBTQ community,
would describe it. Yeah.
You to kind of figure yourself out. And, you know, I mean, it took me 21 years to figure that out. So everyone has a different story, and it's good to see that encouragement out there. So.
And it came right around National Coming Out Day.
It did, yeah, even special there. 1,500-year-old wine factory the size of a modern-day football field has been unearthed in Israel.
This is kind of cool. It shows how vintners met demand for high-quality white wine that was popular throughout the ancient world. The factory was excavated about 18 miles south of Tel Aviv. The Israeli Antiquities Authority says that it's able to produce more than 500,000 gallons of wine a year. Archaeologists consider the structures to be very well preserved and will use it to learn more about history.
500,000 gallons of wine. I wish I had that in my backyard.
It's making me thirsty.
It really is.
Not gonna lie. All right, 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, controversy in the NFL this morning. The Raiders head coach is out. We will tell you what happened.
But first, it is October 12th, and we want to say happy birthday to Noah and all the other kids turning 3 today. Happy birthday from all of us here at News 3 Now this morning.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
We all dream of big things. A boat, a second home, or simply a better future for those around us. At the Burrish Group at UBS, we're invested in your dreams, no matter how big or small, because we believe anything can be achieved with the right plan and goals in mind. Because when dreams come true, it's an experience that lasts a lifetime. Call the Burrish Group today.
McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo should probably be called McGann Furniture and Flooring because we're the area's oldest and most experienced floor covering store. Our friendly staff will explain the many types of flooring available, answer questions, and make suggestions so you can choose what's best for your home and lifestyle. We always offer free in-home measurements and estimates and use the finest installers in the entire area. And remember, at McGann's, we don't inflate prices only to mark them down for a sale. Stop in today and discover the difference. You'll be glad you did. McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on 13 models, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that GEICO could save them money on car insurance, right? You see, the thing is, GEICO, well, could help them save on boat insurance too.
Oi! Okay, I'm ready to come in now. Hello?
I'm trying my best.
Seriously, I'm serious. Request to come ashore.
GEICO, saving people money on more than just car insurance.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry, now offering complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling with 0% financing. Everything you need to finish your dream project. Get the job done right with RHD Plumbing, proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Clinky Cleaners, now offering free pickup and delivery.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Boy, the Brewers have their back up against the wall. They are just one loss away now from elimination in the Major League Baseball playoffs. They lost 3-0 yesterday to the Braves. In the midst of Game 3, the Brewers put in Adrian Hauser to pitch. He gave up a 3-run homer to lose. Hauser also expected to start Game 4. The Game 4 starter, though, is unknown right now. Manager Craig Counsell says it won't be Ace Corbin Burns. So I guess we'll find out this afternoon. First pitch, 4:15 on TBS.
Right now, the Grant County Sheriff's Office looking for a 16-year-old girl this morning. Police say Margarita Del Carmen Hernandez Martinez was last seen Sunday evening at her home in rural Glen Haven. She's only been in the area for a while and is not fluent in English or knows how to drive. She was last seen wearing a pink sweatshirt with San Francisco written on the front.
Attorney General Josh Kaul speaking out against the Republican-led and taxpayer-funded 2020 election probe. Kaul is now asking Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who hired former Supreme Court Justice Mike Gableman to head the $676,000 investigation funded by taxpayers, to shut it down. Speaker Vos has responded, saying in a statement, in order to restore our confidence in our election system, Justice Gableman will continue his investigation.
Right now, DeForest police are looking for the driver that sent a pedestrian to the hospital with serious injuries. Authorities say around 7 o'clock last night, a person in a car hit another person and drove off. It happened near Yahara Park in the village of DeForest. Police say they believe the car they're looking for has damage on its front. If you have information, you're asked to call DeForest police.
A popular Southern California beach back open this morning. It was closed for more than a week after that oil spill we were reporting on. Huntington Beach, the city and state beaches are back open after tests came back negative for oil-related toxins. Upwards of 132,000 gallons of crude was spilled.
Local Catholic school St. Maria Goretti has lost 14 staff members and nearly 100 students since their new principal was hired in March. Hundreds of parents have asked the Diocese of Madison to have a third party investigate the principal and school. There's more on the investigation and what the Diocese of Madison thinks of that situation up on the Channel 3000 mobile app.
Las Vegas Raiders coach John Gruden resigning over old emails. The news came out just minutes after the New York Times reported on a trove of misogynistic and homophobic emails that Gruden sent to the former president of the Washington football team when Gruden worked for ESPN. The NFL discovered the emails while investigating the team for an unrelated issue. Gruden resigned, saying that he doesn't want to be a distraction and he never meant to hurt anyone.
The coroner in Teton County, Wyoming is expected to hold a news conference today and sharing specific details of Gabby Petito's autopsy. The FBI says Petito's remains were recovered September 19th near where she was last seen with her fiancé Brian Laundrie. A preliminary autopsy ruled the death as a homicide. Laundrie still considered missing this morning. Investigators also determining what led to a small plane crash into two homes in San Diego, California. 2 deaths have been confirmed and 2 others were taken to the hospital. 2 homes are considered a complete loss from the crash, with at least 10 more impacted. Audio from the pilot and air traffic control revealed that the pilot may have been disoriented before the crash. Just ahead on CBS Mornings, they were a married couple looking for adventure, and that adventure rocked archaeology. We'll see that story right here at 7 o'clock.
So a little bit of fog out there this morning, but things are starting to improve for us. Temperatures are into the upper 50s. Here's Doppler track. A lot of that rain is moving out of the picture. We're just going to keep that cloud cover around throughout the day, warming up towards 67, but we've got to keep a close eye on tomorrow. That's when our next chance of rain and storms moves our way. Some of these could be on the strong side.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us. Stay dry, folks. Make it a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.